Evening, everyone. Welcome to Thinkers and Drinkers with Jason.
Rich?
And on this episode, we're going to be reviewing Buffalo Trace that we found.
Both the cigar and the bourbon.
So, welcome.
Yeah.
Let's get started.
And before we get into it, guys, don't forget to look down, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell so you get notifications whenever we put up new content. And tonight we got a kind of quirky, weird one.
So, on this episode, we kind of touched on it a little bit last week, but we're going to be talking about the Mandela Effect, which I've kind of heard about, kind of not. I mean, I think it's kind of a conspiracy theory thing.
Yeah, but you got to admit, some of the stuff really kind of messed with my head.
Right.
Don't know what the Mandela Effect is. It started with Nelson Mandela. When he died in 1993, people thought he died in 1980 when he was in prison. So there was this collective false memory, is what this one psychologist has done a study on, and that was his conclusion. How can I put it? So many people remember it one way, and then the rest of us remember it another way.
I would attribute to this. Some people have the left side of the brain. Some people have the right side of the brain. Right? So, some people's interpretation of certain events, I mean, it's just like an eyewitness.
Yeah.
If you see a crime, you have 10 eyewitnesses, you're going to get 10 different versions of that story. So that's could be how this is implied.
Okay. I also looked up two other crazy theories. And one of them is that the multiverse thing. You know what that is?
This is like the Spider-Man type Avengers thing, yeah.
Where there's a infinite amount of scenarios for you. Like all these, and like I could be, like in this one, I'm this person. In another universe, I'm this person as an accountant. In another one, I'm this person as an accountant as a frog. And it just keeps going on. And I don't buy it. I don't buy the multiverse thing.
I don't either.
And then because of the multiverse, they're converging, and that's why some people remember this and the rest.
That's I don't really partake in that. I just don't see that. I think a great reminiscence of that is, remember there was a show called Sliders in the 90s?
I do remember that show.
And they went to different universes.
Yeah.
And it was cool, but it's just not plausible, It's just not plausible.
I'm sure that multiverse thing showed up in some sci-fi, which for sci-fi, it's a really great idea. But for us to adopt it as an ideal, that's like flat earther thing. I'm sorry, flat earthers, but we're a globe.
Yep. What are some of the big things? I know you did a little bit on this. What's the biggest thing about this?
The one that blows my mind the most is Fruit of the Loom. Do you remember the logo having a cornucopia?
No. The only thing I remember about Fruit of the Loom from days gone by is the really badly written commercials in the 80s where it had all the guys dressed up as all the fruit, and they kind of like sing some kind of song or something.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I always wanted the grape costume. So that one baffles me because I remember it, the cornucopia, and then all the fruit spilling out. Where the one we have now is just the fruit.
Okay.
All right, another one.
Did they just not change the logo? Was that the original logo at one time?
There's no history of that logo.
Okay.
Because I looked up their company, how it evolved, and it went from one of those like line drawings back in the 20s or whatever.
Okay.
But I remember the cornucopia. Wizard of Oz. How do you remember the witch?
I have never
Okay.
watched Wizard of
All
Oz.
right. Well, this one is the witch tells her flying monkeys, which was a creepy scene,
Mm-hmm.
to fly, pretties, fly. Apparently, she never said that. She just says fly, fly, fly. But I remember fly, pretties, fly. Jiffy peanut butter. How do you remember that? Jif or Jiffy?
I remember it as Jiffy.
Mm-hmm. Me too. It's Jif.
Yeah.
It's Jif. Maybe we just called it Jiffy as a kid.
But is it at the store? Is it not Jiffy
It's
at the
Jif.
store?
Yeah, I went to the store and looked that up because that was another one that blew my mind was Jiffy because I always remembered it as Jiffy.
Huh. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The Oscar Mayer commercial. This is actually how I learned how to spell baloney was from this commercial.
I don't know if I can spell baloney now.
Just sing the song. Do you remember it as Oscar Mayer or Oscar Mayer?
Oscar Mayer.
Really?
What?
I know!
No, how do you do not?
OSCAR.
Oscar Mayer.
He has a second name. It's MEYER.
B-O-L-O-G-N-A.
If you ask me while I'll say BOLOGNA. Monopoly, man. Monocle or no monocle?
Now I did. I in fact, after we talked about this the last time, I did in fact look that up, and he didn't have a monocle.
Yeah, but do you remember him with or without it?
With.
Yeah, me too.
With.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if it wasn't just, an old cartoon thing of the old guys that always had
the monocle. Oh, that's a good point.
Like Mr. Peanut.
Yeah, had the monocle. We might be mixing those two up.
Right.
Which is something that was kind of explained in that false memory.
Mm-hmm.
Is us mixing two things together.
Yeah.
Like Beam Me Up, Scotty from Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
He never once said that quote. Ever.
What are you saying?
I think
never once said it.
I think he did.
No, he did not.
No way.
Yeah. No, he didn't.
What?
Yeah.
I vividly remember hearing him say it, and it.
What he actually said was, Scotty, beam us up. Never beam me up, Scotty. Ever in the series.
I can't even believe what
I gotta go watch all the old Star Treks again. Thanks, Rich.
And the thing is, because there's only like a season or two.
Yeah,
so
there's only a couple seasons of the original Star Trek.
And it wasn't like last year when Steph was away and I was on a sci-fi binge and I watched the original. Never said it once. Okay, this is another one for you classic TV folks. I Love Lucy. What do you remember Ricky Ricardo saying when Lucy got into her kerfuffle?
I don't remember.
Lucy, you got some splaining to do.
Oh, yeah.
Never once said it. Never once said it.
That was a great show.
Yeah. She was a comic genius, writing and acting.
Her and Carol Burnett.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Steph and I were just talking about Carol Burnett.
Yeah.
What he actually said was, splain if you can, or Lucy, splain. Never once. You got some splaining to do.
I'm dumbfounded right now. I don't even know what he's saying.
Yeah.
The words you're saying make no sense.
I know. All right. Cheez-Its. Do you remember it having a Z after the it? Now, this is kind of a stretch one.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I wasn't never a big Cheez-It person.
Here, back to the food. Kit Kat. On the packaging, there was a hyphen between kid and cat.
There was either a hyphen or a dot.
Something, right?
Yeah.
Never was. I know it's this Mandela effect it baffles me. And the deeper I went into doing some of this research, the more frustrated I was getting. Like, another theory is we're all plugged into the Matrix and we're all in this simulation. And when they go and do a patch or some kind of new code, they make a mistake in the code. So that little hyphen is taken out, but there's still a mass part of the population that still remembers it. But Another thing, if we are plugged in the matrix, robots, can you put some extra cash into our accounts?
Yeah.
That would be great. You could just program it in. It's easy for you. Berenstein Bears or Berenstain Bears?
I still say Berenstain Bears.
Berenstein. Because, I think I was always Berens. I've gone over this so many times over the years.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even remember which one I remember now.
I will admit it's been a while since I read one book. So.
Well, I mean, we're all adults. We're grown. Our favorite fire safety prevention animal. How did you remember his name?
Fire prevention.
Only you could prevent forest fires.
Oh, Smokey the Bear.
Never a the.
Yeah.
Smokey Bear.
Smokey Bear.
That one.
Yeah, Smokey the Bear.
Smokey the Bear. Yeah. Listen to Smokey the Bear.
Huh.
Yeah. Another one that I'm not sure I do or don't remember was Curious George. Did he have a tail or no tail?
I'm sure I had that when I was a kid, and I don't remember a tail.
Okay. Well, you're right in this in this life now.
Now, when they redid it,
that's what I remember is hanging from the tail.
When they redid it again here years back, did they not add a tail? I think they did.
Nope, no tail. Yeah.
Mickey Mouse didn't have a tail either. Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, that's another one that's on the list. Did Mickey Mouse have a tail or not a tail? Yeah, and I worked at Disney. I don't remember.
You were in the costume. Did you have a tail?
I don't think I picked it up. All right.
I think this was good pairing, the Buffalo Trace cigar with the actual Buffalo Trace.
And I know we just jumped into this, but we do have to talk about what we're drinking and smoking.
So the Buffalo Trace is a hard to find bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think it's so much that it's so great that everybody is running out and getting it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is a very well priced bourbon.
Medium
it's a medium. It pairs well with a lot of stuff, and it's
it's a light bourbon.
Yeah, I mean it's a medium to upper bourbon, I would say, for the price that it is. And I think that's more why it is hard to find it. It's not that they're not making a lot of it. It's not that everybody's running out and buying it. It's just it's a good price bourbon. So when it does come out, people like it enough that they will go get it.
Plus the distillery had a flood, right?
And they did have a flood. But I like it.
You did say something before we started shooting, which I agree with. It does have that hints of that Woodford Reserve.
It does.
But it does feel a little watered down version of Woodford.
Yeah. I mean, it could be just because I'm partial to Woodford.
Yeah.
But
that has a darker color.
It is. I mean, but it's definitely good. I mean, we have a couple bottles of that, so. But the cigars was definitely a surprise.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, I didn't know that they had this.
I didn't either until you sent me that picture.
Right. So, I can say I'll be making a trip back.
Yeah.
I only did buy 2 because I wasn't sure, but I think I'll make a trip back and we'll pick up some more.
Okay. The more I'm smoking it, when you first light it, it really doesn't. You can't really taste the flavors that well. But we've been 15 minutes now.
Yeah.
I'm starting to taste the cedar that's in it, and I do like that.
Cedar and cashew.
Yeah, and cashew. Huh. So it's like a bar mix.
Yeah. Yep.
Where everybody puts their fingers in it.
Yeah. I think they quit doing that a while ago because people.
And then the nuts are small and you're licking your fingers, dipping them in. You could just stick your finger in after and pull one up.
There's a lot of good movies with beer and peanuts.
Yeah.
But no, I think the Mandela Effect. That's definitely. It's something. It's conspiracy, not conspiracy, just people's different memories of
Yeah,
things, you know?
it is. We do have skewed memories, and where was I going to go with that? Threw me off there. Well, crap. I lost it. Maybe it'll come back.
Yep.
Yeah. 50-year-old brain.
Um,
Yeah.
should we wrap this one up, and then while we've got the cigars still
Go live.
and that go live?
You guys could join us live if you're in the future when this is posted. Thank you guys for taking this journey.
Yep.
And may your memory stay strong.
Good night.
Good night.